Oh God, help. Sometimes I feel like you're putting the burden all on yourself, and I want to take away that burden. I want to free you from this burden. I really want to help you. I really do. And it's really unfortunate what happened. He was like a son to me. And I'm going to do whatever I can to help you find him. And, you don't have to go through the struggles alone.
That is not the answer I'm looking for!
What?
Son of a bitch. Where's my son? What is all of this? This is 0 to 100 real quick. This is not part of the plan. I said, where's my... I'm gonna ask you again. Where's my son?
I told you we're gonna help your son together.
What's my next line?
What meaning?
Where's my next line?
Wait, I don't even know what's your...
Cut! This was not never intended to be part of the script. He's gonna show Mr. James McAvoy a piece of my mind.
What's happening, fam? This is a breakthrough film, fam. James McAvoy doing it off the dome. Improv, no script, unfiltered. Every reaction you see is in real time. A feat that no actor has accomplished in film industry today, fam.
At least have it make sense to the context of the scene.
I hear you, fam, but James McAvoy did play 33 different personalities on screen.
And I bet you he had a script. Okay, one more time. Redo scene. Action.
Sometimes I feel like you're putting the burden all on yourself, and I want to take away that burden. I want to free you from this burden. I really want to help you. I really do. And it's really unfortunate what happened. He was like a son to me. And I'm going to do whatever I can to help you find him. And,
what is this guy doing? He has the same facial expression.
He's trying to figure out his cues so therefore he can deliver his next line.
There is no need to wait on cue. You just gotta go right in. This is why it's important for actors to have a script.
My Son is a film that's directed by Christian Carrion, and it's a film exclusively to watch on Peacock. It's been out for quite some time, and this film stars James McAvoy and Claire Foy. In this film, James McAvoy and Claire Foy plays two characters, two divorced parents named Edmund and Joan, whose son gets kidnapped during camp. And we pretty much have this simple, conventional plot. Basically, what got me intrigued to review this film was how this film was advertised. It was advertised as this groundbreaking event where James McAvoy is the only character, the only person that doesn't have a script. He basically has to react and do improv in real time. He didn't have no clue what the film was about. He had no clue what the plot was. He had no clue what the script was. I mean, he doesn't even have a script. So he had to react in real time. And I thought to myself, okay, how can an actor pull this off? Give out a believable performance without a script? How is that possible? So I was watching, I was intrigued. I would say that the performance-wise, Claire Foy, she did her thing. And also, I thought James McAvoy did a good job on certain scenes. Now, there are some scenes that is noticeable where you notice that he's having a hard time trying to land certain lines after a character delivers their line. And he makes like these awkward facial expressions where it almost seems like he's confused in certain scenes. Throughout the movie, James McAvoy does a good job of blending into the movie to therefore he can actually pull off a believable performance. But outside of that, this film is pretty much a simple film. Now, it was directed well. I did like the cinematography. But outside of that, I had to lead into some of the cons in this film. Like, yeah, this film was good. This film was just decent. I was engaged in certain scenes. But the thing is that, yeah, it's groundbreaking, it's something new, something that I haven't seen before. The fact of the matter is, the amount of effort the actor has to pull to give out a believable performance on a film with no script, it is actually hard to do. And there are some scenes in this movie where I notice that the way he portrays his character is kind of out of context on certain scenes. Like James McAvoy and Claire Foy's characters, Edmund and Joan are both divorced, and Joan has a boyfriend. And there was a specific scene in this movie where James McAvoy's Edmund is interacting with the boyfriend. And you notice that when you're watching the scene does come out a little bit cringy because it seems so calm and reserved. And you notice that the character is obviously, has like a mystery element to him that I thought that will be substantial to the film. But the way James McAvoy portrays in that scene, James McAvoy does a complete 0 to 100 real quick reaction that didn't mix with the context of the scene, and it just felt like it was out of place and cringe. She felt very off as James McAvoy was making some weird facial expressions like he needed to fart, but actually it seemed like he had a hard time trying to figure out the cue to deliver his next line. And the boyfriend just disappeared like it just didn't matter. Like I said, it has a conventional and basic plot, and I felt like, and this was a mystery thriller, but watching this movie, it doesn't really feel like a mystery thriller because there's like two scenes where James McAvoy is actually trying to figure out the mystery. But then on the other scenes, we got a series of events of James McAvoy Edmonds going to location and location, talking to different characters and other characters. And then I felt like the film was trying to be too ambitious because there is a subplot that was revolving around Edmonds' job that kept calling him that you would think that from a story standpoint that may connect with the kidnapping to his son, but the film tried to make it this big thing to the point where it didn't really end up becoming a big thing. So basically, the whole entire scene of where James McAvoy was reacting to his job calling him, I felt like it was pointless. The last thing was the ending of the movie. The ending did feel like it was safe, or like it's like they didn't really know how to end the movie, so they just kind of ended, and it felt safe. It felt anticlimactic. But hey, outside of this film was ambitious. And I do admire the fact that James McAvoy did do the film with no script. But I recommend that James McAvoy definitely needs to have a script next time. Yeah, like I said, it's a good experiment, a good experimental film. I'm going to have to give my son a Michael Keaton Batman. This is an average movie, a good movie that I'll watch again. James McAvoy did a good job in his performance on certain scenes. But yeah, so that's my review of My Son. Have you seen My Son? What are your thoughts on My Son? Comment below. Let's talk about it, and I'll see you guys in my next review. If you like everything you see and you agree, click right here. Join me in the Batman family. I have more Batman-tastic reviews on the way. You have been warned. Till then, ciao.